So you're into AI, huh? I mean, who isn't these days, right? Especially all those large language models making headlines, like, what was it, ChatGPT? Well, get this. Today we're taking a deep dive into something, a project, really, that's kind of pushing the limits of what AI can, well, reason about.
Yeah.
It's called Deepseek-R1, and get this, it learns what almost like we do.
Hmm. It is fascinating. What's really interesting about Deepseek-R1 is that it's not just recognizing patterns. It's actually like tackling these complex reasoning tasks.
Right, yeah, it's not just about making chatbots that can like hold a conversation or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
This is AI that can really solve problems, even ones we find difficult.
Absolutely. The bigger picture here really is creating AI that can learn and reason, more like humans do, with less need for us to explicitly tell it how.
Right, exactly.
And that brings us to the star of our deep dive today.
Deepseek-R1.
Yeah, Deepseek-R1. From what I've read about this research, it's it's not just another one of those LLMs.
It's really pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, especially when it comes to reasoning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the most surprising thing is that they did all this, they achieved this using reinforcement learning.
Reinforcement learning. So it's kind of like training a dog.
Uh-huh.
But instead of fetching a stick, this AI is solving equations.
Yeah, that's the basic idea, right?
Yeah.
Every correct answer is a step towards it becoming a reasoning machine. They started with Deepseek-R10, which was trained just through this reward system, no hand holding or anything.
Wow.
Oh.
And this self-taught model, as they call it, it actually managed to solve some really complex reasoning tasks.
It did. In fact, Deepseek-R10 even outperformed some of the earlier models, the ones from Group and AI on some benchmarks, like the M, for example.
AIM, that's the American Invitational Mathematics Examination, right?
Exactly.
That's like a seriously tough high school math competition.
Yeah, not just anyone can handle those problems.
Okay, so Deepseek-R10 is crunching numbers, it's solving these high-level math problems. Wait, it's not just following a program, is it? It's actually developing its own strategies, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, but also amazing.
Yeah, and what's even more remarkable is that the researchers, they actually observed it, like reevaluating its approach.
Yeah.
And then it would dedicate more thinking time to a particular problem.
Huh.
It's as though the AI was actually learning to think more deeply,
That reminds me of when I finally was able to grasp calculus back in college.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a light bulb just went off. So they had this brilliant but kind of messy AI, so they needed to find a way to make it explain itself better. That's where Deepseek-R1 comes in, right? It's they gave the AI this crash course in, clear communication.
That's a great way to put it. They added a what they called a cold start. It's basically a small set of human readable examples.
Yeah.
To guide the model's reasoning. Think of it like giving the AI, a few solved problems, right?
Yeah.
But with really clear explanations for it to learn from.
Okay. And how did that change things? I mean, what happened?
Well, it led to even better performance.
Yeah.
Deepseek-R1 not only reasons well, but it can also explain itself clearly, which makes it a lot more useful, for working with humans.
Right.
It rivals, OpenAI's latest models on those reasoning tasks, the knowledge tasks, even surpasses them in some cases.
Wow. Okay. So Deepseek-R1 is this reasoning powerhouse.
Yeah.
What kinds of tasks is it particularly good at? What are its strengths?
Well, it really shines, in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Code generation is another strong suit, and also understanding long chunks of text. That's really vital for things like AI-powered research.
So for those of you listening who are in those fields, this could really change how you work.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine an AI research assistant that can comb through tons of scientific papers, synthesize the information, and even propose new hypotheses.
That's mind-blowing.
The potential is huge.
Yeah, it could really accelerate scientific discovery like we've never seen before. But you mentioned limitations too, right?
Of course.
I mean, nothing's perfect, especially in the world of cutting-edge AI. How significant are these limitations? Could they hinder its real-world application?
Well, one thing they notice is that Deepseek-R1 can be, a little sensitive to how questions are worded. Slight changes in phrasing can sometimes throw it off.
Mm.
And while its code generation is impressive, it's still catching up, on certain software engineering tasks. And there are some language mixing issues they're still working on.
So it still needs a bit of hand holding when it comes to understanding what we humans are actually asking.
Yeah, you could say that.
It sounds like it's still a work in progress, but definitely a fascinating one.
Absolutely. Deepseek-R1 is a significant step, I think, towards a future where AI can reason more autonomously and learn from less data and also collaborate more effectively with us.
This raises a really important question, though. I mean, if this AI can learn to solve complex problems without needing us to give it step-by-step instructions, what implications does that have for the future? Think about, the potential impact on everything, from scientific research to the jobs we do.
You've hit on a really crucial point. Deepseek-R1 isn't just, some cool research project. It really has far-reaching implications.
Uh-huh. And one of those implications is the idea of distillation, right?
Yes.
So essentially, it's like using the knowledge from this massive AI model to train smaller, more efficient ones.
Precisely. It's like creating a concentrated version of Deepseek-R1's knowledge that can run on less powerful hardware.
This is huge. It means we wouldn't need a supercomputer to run this powerful AI. Imagine having Deepseek-R1's, smarts on your laptop.
Right.
It could help you analyze data or write code. I mean, that could be a game changer for innovation, leveling the playing field, empowering a whole new generation of creators and problem solvers.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is that they found that this distillation technique, it's actually more efficient than trying to directly train smaller models with reinforcement learning.
So it's like the student AI, learns more effectively by studying the teacher AI's notes than by trying to figure everything out on its own. But this journey wasn't all smooth sailing, was it? Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, the research also mentioned some unsuccessful attempts along the way.
Right.
Which I think is just as valuable to understand,
Yeah, I agree.
It shows just how complex what they were trying to achieve really was.
Yeah. I mean, failures are often the stepping stones to breakthroughs.
So this failure with was it process rewards,
right?
That led them down another path inspired by AlphaGo. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. One approach they tried was using what they call process reward models.
Okay.
The idea was to reward the AI not just for the final answer, but also for taking the right steps, to get there.
So like trying to grade a student's math homework based on their work, not just the final answer.
Exactly.
But in this case, the student is an AI.
Right.
And the problems are way more complicated.
Exactly. It sounds good in theory, but in practice, it turned out to be really tricky to define what those, right steps really were.
Especially for those really complex reasoning tasks. And there's always the risk, of the AI learning to game the system.
Right.
Figuring out how to get the reward
right.
without actually understanding the reasoning behind it.
That's a clever student, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
So what else did they try?
Well, another approach was inspired by AlphaGo, the AI that beat the world champion at Go.
Yeah.
They used a technique called Monte Carlo tree search.
Okay.
To try and make the AI's thinking process more systematic.
So instead of the AI just kind of jumping around randomly in its thought process, it would explore different possible solutions in a more organized way.
That was the idea. But the problem was that the search space, for these reasoning tests, it's vast. There are just so many possible paths the AI could take.
So like trying to find a specific grain of sand on a beach.
Yeah, something like that.
Even with a systematic approach, it could still be like a needle in a haystack situation.
Exactly. And they also had trouble training a value model. Yeah. That could effectively guide the AI's search process. Think of it as a compass, that's supposed to point the AI in the right direction.
Right.
But in this case, the compass wasn't always reliable.
So even though these attempts didn't lead to the outcome they were hoping for, they still provided valuable insights, right?
Oh, for sure.
into the challenges of developing effective reasoning models.
Absolutely. Every failure is a learning opportunity. And these lessons learned are really crucial for the future development of AI.
Yeah.
It's not just about, celebrating the successes,
Right.
but understanding the roadblocks as well.
This whole exploration into DeepSeek-R1's development has been fascinating. But maybe let's shift our focus a little bit from the technical details to the broader implications. We've covered the what and the how. Now let's explore the why and the so what.
Yeah, good idea.
Why should you, the listener, care about all this? What are the real world implications? Let's dive into those implications in part 2 of this deep dive.
Oh, good.
Okay, so we've established that the Deepseek-R1 is pretty impressive, and we've learned about some of the ups and downs of its development. But we need that so what factor, right?
Right.
Why should you, the listener, care about all this?
Yeah.
What are the real world implications?
Well, let's start with the obvious. Problem solving. Imagine AI that can, help scientists develop new drugs or engineers design more efficient energy systems, or even assist policymakers in crafting better legislation.
So it's not just about like theoretical breakthroughs. It's about AI that can tackle practical challenges. Ones that could really impact people's lives.
Exactly. And because DeepSeek-R1 is so good at understanding these long stretches of text, it could revolutionize research. Imagine, if you're a researcher, you have this AI research assistant that can like comb through countless scientific papers. It can synthesize all that information and even propose new hypotheses.
Wow, that would definitely change how I do research. It could really accelerate scientific discovery like never before.
And it's not just about science. DeepSeek-R1's code generation abilities, those could transform software development, make it faster, more efficient, and potentially even more accessible, to those who don't have like extensive programming knowledge.
So you could like essentially describe what you want the software to do, and the AI could generate the code for you.
That's the vision, right? Of course, there are challenges, to overcome.
Yeah.
But the potential is definitely there. And don't forget about the impact of distillation, making this powerful AI more widely available. Smaller research teams, startups, even individual developers, they could all have access to AI that can reason and solve problems.
That could be a game changer for innovation,
Yeah.
Leveling the playing field, empowering a whole new generation of creators and problem solvers. But let's not shy away from the more challenging questions, right?
Right.
What happens when AI can reason as well as or even better than humans in certain domains?
Right.
What does it mean for the future of work, for education, for our understanding of intelligence itself? Are we on the verge of redefining what we even mean by intelligence?
You're hitting on some really crucial points there. DeepSeek-R1, it's not just a cool research project. It has profound implications. These are questions that philosophers, scientists, artists, they'll be wrestling with for generations to come.
Yeah, and it's a conversation that we all need to be a part of, right?
Absolutely.
So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities, because the future of AI and the future of humanity, they're intertwined. This whole deep dive has really got me thinking. Deepseek-R1, in many ways, it's like a mirror reflecting our own aspirations for AI, to give it the ability to think, to reason, to learn autonomously.
It's a reminder that we're living in extraordinary times. The pace of technological advancement is accelerating, and AI is at the forefront of this revolution.
It's both exciting and daunting, right? Filled with both promise and peril. We've always thought that reasoning was what set us apart, as humans. But if AI can do it too, does that change how you view intelligence? Are we just, complex machines ourselves, or is there something more?
We can't afford to be passive observers.
Yeah.
We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI and ensuring that it aligns with our values and aspirations.
This deep dive has given me a lot to think about, and I hope it's done the same for you, dear listener. So as we bring this exploration to a close,
Okay.
let's leave you with one final provocative thought.
If AI can be trained to reason and solve complex problems without explicit instructions, what does that say about the nature of intelligence itself?
Wow, that's a deep one. If AI can achieve, human level reasoning or even surpass it, what does that mean for our understanding of our place in the universe?
It's a question we'll have to keep exploring. We can't wait to see what the future holds. Until next time, keep diving deep.
That was quite a thought to leave us on.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And remember, our deep dive today was really just a glimpse into this one specific research project. There's a whole universe of AI research happening right now, with new breakthroughs emerging all the time.
It's like we've opened a door into this vast and ever expanding landscape, right?
Yeah.
Who knows what incredible discoveries are just beyond the horizon?
Exactly. I mean, perhaps we'll see, AI that can not only reason but also understand emotions, or AI that can help us address some of those really pressing challenges facing humanity, like climate change or poverty.
Yeah, the possibilities are truly mind-boggling. But,
Yeah.
but as we've discussed, it's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we choose to use it.
We need to approach AI development with wisdom, with foresight, and a deep sense of responsibility. It's like we're at a crossroads with this incredible technology offering both immense potential and profound challenges. We need to choose the right path forward.
We need to ask ourselves not just what can we do,
Right.
but what should we do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared widely, that it doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities or create new ones. This deep dive has given me a lot to think about, and I hope it's done the same for you.
It definitely has. This whole conversation about Deepseek-R1 and what it can do has been fascinating. What stands out to you as the most significant aspect of this research?
That's a good question. For me, it's the potential for AI to become a true partner, in discovery, creation, problem solving.
I love that. A partner in discovery.
Yeah.
It suggests, a collaborative future, right?
Right.
Where AI augments human capabilities rather than replacing them. It's exciting to think about what we could achieve together.
It is exciting, but we also need to be mindful of the potential downsides. We need to think deeply about how AI might change the way we work, we learn, we interact with each other, and how it might shape our values, our culture, our very understanding of what it means to be human.
Those are big questions, ones that we as a society need to grapple with.
For sure.
But I have a feeling this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Yes, I think so too.
And that's where you come in, dear listener. We encourage you to continue this exploration, beyond our deep dive today. Discuss it with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues. Think critically about the potential benefits and risks of AI. Explore, different perspectives, and consider how you can contribute to shaping a future where AI is a force for good.
Because ultimately, the future of AI, it's not predetermined.
Yeah.
It's a future that we collectively, have the power to shape.
And who knows, perhaps one of you listening will be the one to make the next groundbreaking discovery in AI, or to guide its development in a way that benefits, all of humankind.
That's a great thought.
We can't wait to see what the future holds. Until next time, keep diving deep.